Tonight's guest tonight stars in the NBC series Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Please welcome Mariska Hargitay.
Here, I see.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Matt Dillon got you all hot and bothered, didn't he?
Well, not me. No, okay.
Did you notice how I directed it this way?
Well, there are a lot of fellas out there, too.
Well, you know, they're manly men. They don't mind that sort of comment, right?
Oh, yeah, no, they're secure. I'm insecure. I'm a real jock. All right, now.
Okay.
Enough about me. Let's talk about you.
Yeah.
You look fantastic, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, it's funny because you're such a feminine... Huh?
Too much time with Matt Dillon.
You did that on purpose.
Sorry.
You were like, release boob now, twang. Back boob, back. Yes, master.
They are so...
They're so what?
Well, they've got a mind of their own.
They just like to roam sometimes. Never heard a woman talk about her breasts just liking to roam and get out once in a while.
Because on my show, my cameraman George, I always ask him, like, where, you know, is it a full body shot or is it close up? And he always goes, he says everything, if it's above the girls, with the girls are in, the girls are out.
He calls them the girls, yeah. Well, one of your girls went fishing for a minute.
He says we're...
But that's fine. It's all good TV. Tonight's episode will be seen on Cinemax. Very special episode of Late Night.
Talk too much about the girls. I don't have a problem with it.
You know, this brings up a good point, though, because you're an extremely feminine, sexy woman, yet on your show you play a tough, hard character.
I'm out there busting perps, Conan.
Yeah, perps.
Yeah.
What the hell's a perp? Oh, right, perpetrator, okay. I didn't know what that meant. I thought that was slang for, you know, poppin' bennies. Now, listen, I don't know what you crazy people are up to, but I'm just curious, do people ever, like, get confused in person because you play such a tough character on TV, but in person you're so feminine? And...
No one recognizes me. I get this across the board. In real life, people are all constantly telling me, I look familiar, I look like that girl, do you know who you look like? A week ago, I'm walking down, I think it was 7th Avenue. I'm with my boyfriend. He's got his arm, you know, right here in that good place that girls like, a little above the hip.
Right.
And,
is that where they like it?
Yeah. Right, ladies?
Because I walk around with my hand on top of my wife's head like that.
That's my second favorite.
And I steer her. We go right now. We go left. It's like, it's just weird. It's not good. I don't know. It's not a good thing.
Yes, the ladies like it.
The ladies are like, no, she doesn't like it at all. But anyway.
No, but nobody recognizes me. And all of a sudden, this guy yelled, and he goes, oh, my God, oh, my God. And I go, what? And I thought somebody had been hurt.
Right.
And I turn around, and he goes, damn, I thought you was a lesbian.
Really? Because of your character on...
Yes, everyone thinks that. And
people think I'm a lesbian because of the character I play on this show.
I got that. I got that.
Now...
But, yeah, people are constantly saying the funniest things, and people are constantly telling me I look like that girl on SVU, but I'm much thinner because she's big and robust.
They don't say that to you, do they?
Oh, yes, they do.
You're not big and robust.
I'm telling you, I sat next to these two women. They were from the Midwest, and they're staring at me, and I'm like, hi, can I help you? And they said, you know who you look like? And I said, oh, I think. And they go, you look like that girl, that detective gal on Special Vixens Unit.
Right.
And I said, thank you.
I like Special Vixens Unit.
And I said, thank you so much. And then they were like, oh, but don't be offended. You're much thinner and prettier. Literally, I get this all the time. And I went,
don't
really?
like that.
Tears.
Yeah. The tears of a clown.
And then she's like, I'm kidding. I knew it was you.
Now, I know that you, of course, lived in Los Angeles for a long time. I used to live in Los Angeles, and I found out recently that there was a bookstore right around the corner from where I work called Book Soup.
And I worked there.
And you worked there. I probably even saw you. Did you like working in that bookstore? I
had the greatest time working there. I worked there while I was a struggling actor trying to get jobs. I got fired probably every 20 minutes. Right. Because I'd leave for auditions, and then he'd say, that's it, Mariska, if you leave, that's it, you're not getting your job back. And then your boob would come out and go, please, I want to come back. All right, you can come back. Thanks a lot. Back in. So I worked there as a cashier in the window, which I loved, and, you know, they needed, like, a cute girl to work in the window. Yeah. And I had the best time, and I would just show back up for work Monday morning, like, 8 a.m. I was there, and finally he'd just be like, whatever. Yeah. And one night, It was my favorite night at Book Soup. I was so tired, and you had to work till 12, and they never let you leave early because it was right there on the Sunset Strip. And I'm sitting there in the window, and I was kind of sad, and all of a sudden, I just see this man walking down the street, and he's got kind of a swagger to his walk. Let's just call it a little music, if you will,
right,
to his walk. And he sort of catches my eye because it's all glass, the window. And I look, and then I look away, you know, counting my money.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he looks at me again, and he like comes up to the window, and he goes, and I just stop, and I pretend I didn't see him, and then he comes in, he walks down the street, he comes back, comes to the door, and he goes, "Excuse me." And I go, "Hi, can I help you?" He goes, "Would you give up the booty?" And I said,
"Would you give up the booty?"
Yes, I said, "I'm sorry." He goes, Would you give it up?" And then he kept asking me that, and now I'm crying. And then
right,
he knew he was funny.
Right,
and so then, like, the managers are coming up going, "Mariska, are you okay? What's wrong?" And he's like, "Would you give it up? Would you give it up?" And then he just walked around the whole store yelling at me.
I admire any man who will just ask random women, "Will you give up the booty?" To me, that takes a kind of courage.
That's why I did.
Well, oh my God, no.
Oh, yeah, because I thought if he was going to ask, I didn't want to hurt his feelings.
See, guys, that's all you got to do. It's called asking.
Go after things in life. Just ask.
Now, I remember I saw a movie. This came out years ago, and it was a movie about your mom. About your mom's life, Jane Mansfield. And in the movie, your dad is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
And that was actually one of the first, I remember that was like one of the first times Arnold Schwarzenegger was starting to get famous, but that was like one of the first like roles where he was, you know, acting. And
I like to take responsibility for his career.
Right, you got him started. Exactly. When that film was being made, I'm sure you were part of the process. Did you get to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I did. It was very, very exciting. I think I was 13 years old and couldn't have been more awkward. I remember the night, you know, my parents told me he was coming over for dinner, and he had just, Pumping Iron? Had just come out, and it was, you know, he was the new thing, and I was like, had horrible, really long, greasy, brown hair, big, huge braces. I was so awkward, like knock-kneed and tall and weird, and, you know, the doorbell rang, and the movie 10 had just come out, and so Bo Derek was all the rage. And anyway, I was nervous, and they're like, "Mariska, do you want to get the door?" So I said, "Yeah." Go to the door, open the door. I couldn't have been uglier, and Arnold's there going, "10? You're an 11.
That was nice of him.
Sweet.
What a nice man.
Yes, he was so sweet.
You know, the only sad part of that is that I think he's probably used that line. He's still using it. He's just shouting it at people around it. "10, you're more than I can do, Elvin." What? "You're not a 9, you're a 7. Arnold, you're not 4, you're 6. Oh, forget it.
I love that country. You've taken it to an all-new level. I like it.
Which country?
I'm not sure.
Oh. That's how Arnold speaks in real life.
Oh, see, I didn't even know.
We've had him on the show. He's like, "Oh, Brian, it's really good to see you. Go see Jingle All the Way." Arnold, that came out 15 years ago. It doesn't matter. It's on DVD. You can see it.
I wish you guys could see what's happening to his eyes close up, the commitment here. I'm enjoying.
It's called a happy pizza. Now listen. Ding! You know, we have a clip here from your show.
Oh, great.
Law and Order SVU.
Yes.
And let's tell us what we're going to see in this clip.
Well, actually, this clip is one of my tomorrow night's episode is one of my favorite episodes ever that we've aired. You know, the not to bring down the mood, but the average life of the average span of a special victims unit detective is only 2 years because of what they see.
They just get burnt out.
They get burnt out, and it's too much, and it just stops. And this is an episode where a girl was raped. And the only way for me to get her to catch the perp is for her to testify. Okay. And to make the victim relive the rape over and over and over, which is the worst thing that can happen to a rape victim, is to have to revisit it again. And I think that's all you need to know.
Okay, let's take a look.
You kill yourself to make something happen, or you do nothing, and it doesn't matter. There's always another child molester. There's always another rapist. And it's like you have to sell a little piece of yourself to get the job done. So what the hell's the point?
I don't know. Maybe there isn't a point.
Not a pleasant subject, but it's a great show.
Thank you.
Law and Order Special Victims Unit airs Friday nights at 10 on NBC. Mariska, thanks so much for being here. Great to have you. Mariska Hargitay, everybody. We'll take a break when we come back. The White Stripes. Come on.